tutorial.
Now we are
Ever since Grace Church started streaming online, I don't have to go to church anymore. I can just stay home and literally just watch church from my chair. And I don't have to go through that stupid greeting. Go and find 3 people and give them a fist bump. How about I give myself a fist bump? Hey everyone, one of the most popular technologies for the church in the last 3 to 5 years has been live streaming. And today we're talking about the basics of live streaming. What do I need? What cameras can I use? Do I need a computer? Is it affordable? You'll have all these questions answered and all the info you need to get your church up and streaming in no time. Live streaming has recently become popular, super popular, not only in the church, but also on social media. Hey Facebook land, I'm coming to you live from my kitchen counter, and this is my dinner that I'm cooking up tonight, so let's see if I blow anything up. Live streaming can be an incredibly powerful tool for the use of the church. The church has had the ability to reach people outside the 4 walls of their church in a way never before possible. You don't need a $500,000 budget anymore to live stream your church services. Through live streaming, your church can reach people that are not Christian, but maybe they see your live stream on a shared Facebook link. Maybe they're intimidated or nervous about coming to your church, or they might be church members that are just out of town or on vacation. They might be people who are more elderly or immobile and they're not able to come to your church, or they could be people that are looking for a church online and come across your live stream. Now, I know what some of you church leaders out there are thinking, but Seth, if we put our services live online, won't people just stay home and watch at home online? Is that a possibility? Sure. But is that a reason to not utilize live streaming? No. In my experience, this has not been an issue with churches that I've worked with. We're going to break up this basic streaming video into 2 categories, equipment and service. Now remember, this is just a basic overview of streaming, and I will be doing a more in-depth video on different aspects of live streaming soon, so stay tuned for that. So the first category is the equipment. You might be thinking to yourself, what in the world do I need to get started streaming? Our church only has a mixer and a CD duplicator and a box of offering envelopes in our media booth in the corner. I got nothing. So here's the most basic equipment that you need to get started streaming. Number 1 is a camera. This is the most important part of streaming because without a camera, you have no video. I have been blown away at the quality of cameras recently. The camera that I'm filming on right now was used on eBay for about $1,200. You can get a camera for basic live streaming for anywhere from $100 to $200 all the way up to $2,000. I'm going to put some links in the description below for a good, better, best scenario for inexpensive cameras. So make sure to check that out after the end of this video. What you are looking for is a camera that has either an HDMI live output or an SDI live output. The SDI output tends to appear more on expensive cameras as you approach about $1,500 to $2,000. So you are probably going to be getting a camera with an HDMI live output. Now, most inexpensive cameras with this output will not have a full-sized HDMI out port on the camera, but they'll have some sort of like a mini or a micro HDMI port out of the camera. These cables normally come with the camera, but you can also buy them for very cheap on Amazon.com. This camera is an HF-R20 by Sony. You can buy these on Amazon or eBay for about $100 to $130. This is a 1080p camera that is an excellent and inexpensive beginner camera for live streaming. Now that we have our camera, we need to get a tripod. Now, a tripod seems small and trivial, but a tripod is actually extremely important. Why? Because when your pastor starts preaching and moving left to right, you don't want your online audience to get motion sickness when Brother Larry can't pan smoothly with your $5 garage sale tripod. Walmart actually has a decent tripod that is pretty smooth for about $40 in their electronics department. I'll put a link in the description for that as well. If you have the extra budget, make sure to get a nice tripod. Now, number 3. Now that we have our camera and our tripod, now we need to get our streaming equipment. Now, there are multiple ways to do this. You can use a computer or a dedicated streaming box like a TriCaster or a Teradek box that streams directly to your streaming service. However, I highly recommend using a computer for your live streaming. They are much more versatile and scalable as you grow in your live streaming. So your streaming computer will take the live video signal and pipe it into your streaming software. Your streaming software will stream your camera, a total Mac RAM, a 900 or 1000 series GTX video card by NVIDIA, and a 1 to 8 SDI inputs. If you want to run multiple cameras or inputs into your computer, you could get a capture card with 4 inputs and switch between 4 different cameras or input devices. Now remember, the more inputs that you have on your computer, the more CPU and GPU usage you will sustain. So make sure that you have a powerful enough computer before you start adding tons of cameras. I have a list of different video capture cards in the description below, so check those out after the video. Lastly, you need your streaming software. This is the software that's going to stream and many times mix your different input sources together. Some of the popular streaming programs are vMix, Wirecast, OBS, Livestream Studio, Flash Media Live Encoder, VidBlaster, and more. Personally, I highly recommend using vMix. It is by far the best streaming program, hands down. I will argue until I am blue in the face, vMix is the best. Now, vMix is not paying me to promote their product, it's just the best. Our church has been using it for the last 8 years, and it is the best of the best. There are a million features, it's inexpensive, versatile, user-friendly, and was created by a Christian guy named Martin Sinclair, who's a friend of mine. In short, vMix can mix all of your input sources like cameras, audio inputs, desktop capture of your presentation software, and more, record your live stream to an extremely high-quality video file, and display your live video out of the computer to, say, TVs around your church, or even your projection screens in your sanctuary. So make sure to buy vMix. Say it, vMix. It's the best. Now that you have your camera, tripod, computer, and software, now all you need is your streaming service. This is the service that takes your live video and makes it available all around the world to all of your devices. You can use either a free service like YouTube or Facebook, or you can pay for a CDN, which stands for Content Delivery Network. The pros of using YouTube or Facebook is that they are free and they are